Deep beneath Iran's central mountains, where the landscape is as forbidding as it is beautiful, lies a secret that has shaped global security debates for over a decade. The Fordow fuel enrichment plant sits as a silent, defiant symbol of nuclear brinkmanship, its very existence a challenge to the world's most powerful nations. Hidden from the world until 2009, Fordow's sudden reveal sent shockwaves through international capitals, confirming suspicions that Iran was determined to build a nuclear program that could survive even the most determined military attack. The facility's true power lies not just in its purpose, but in its audacious design. Buried under nearly 300 feet of solid rock and reinforced concrete, Fordow is engineered to withstand almost any assault, from bunker-busting bombs to missile strikes. Inside, advanced centrifuges spin day and night, enriching uranium to levels dangerously close to weapons grade, all under the impenetrable shield of geology and engineering. For the US and Israel, Fordow is more than a facility. It's a fortress, nearly unreachable by conventional means, forcing military strategists to rethink every option on the table. The world now faces a profound dilemma. How do you stop a nuclear program that's been deliberately placed beyond your reach, hidden away from the prying eyes and weapons of adversaries? Fordow's existence has forced the conversation to evolve, from traditional airstrikes to the shadowy realm of cyber warfare, where invisible battles are waged in code and secrecy. The stakes have escalated, with talk of superbombs and new technologies, as the global cat-and-mouse game grows ever more complex and dangerous. This is not just about centrifuges or uranium. It's about the limits of power, the art of survival in a world where technology and politics collide, and the perilous balance of modern geopolitics, where every decision could tip the scales toward peace or conflict. Fordow's location, just outside the holy city of Qom, is no accident. It's a political shield, making any attack a potential cultural flashpoint. The city of Qom is one of the most revered sites in Iran, a center of religious scholarship and pilgrimage. By placing the facility so close, Iran ensures that any military action risks not just physical destruction, but also a major escalation with deep cultural and religious consequences. This strategic placement is a calculated move, leveraging geography and symbolism as a powerful deterrent. Built into a former missile base, the facility's main halls are buried 80 to 90 meters down, protected by dense rock and reinforced concrete. This immense depth is not just for secrecy, but for survival, making Fordow one of the most deeply buried nuclear sites in the world. The surrounding mountains add another layer of natural armor, making detection and targeting even more difficult for adversaries. This depth defeats all but the most powerful bunker busters. Standard bombs would barely scratch the surface. Only the largest, most advanced munitions could hope to penetrate, and even then, success is far from guaranteed. The combination of engineered and natural defenses means that any attack would require extraordinary resources and planning. Fordow is ringed by advanced air defenses, Russian S-300S, Iranian Bavar 373 SS, creating a deadly no-fly zone. These systems are designed to track and destroy incoming aircraft and missiles, making the airspace above Fordow among the most dangerous in the region. The layered defenses are constantly upgraded, ensuring that any aerial assault would face overwhelming resistance. Any strike would require stealth, electronic warfare, and immense risk. Pilots and planners would have to contend with not only the physical defenses but also the threat of detection and retaliation. The complexity of such an operation makes it one of the most challenging military scenarios imaginable. Every aspect of Fordow's design is a countermeasure, a lesson learned from past sabotage at sites like Natanz. After previous attacks, Iran has invested heavily in surveillance, physical barriers, and rapid response protocols. The facility is under constant watch, with multiple layers of security to prevent infiltration or sabotage. Fordow is Iran's answer, a nuclear vault, nearly untouchable. Its defenses are not just physical but psychological, projecting an image of invulnerability to both domestic and foreign audiences. Its fortification forces adversaries to consider only the most extreme options. Any plan to neutralize Fordow would come with enormous risks, both militarily and politically, making it a last resort target. This is why Fordow is one of the world's most daunting military targets. A fortress built to withstand not just bombs, but the very idea of attack itself. To challenge Fordow, the US developed the GBU-57 massive Ordnance Penetrator. the world's ultimate bunker buster. Weighing 30,000 pounds, the MOP is engineered to punch through rock and concrete, delivering a devastating warhead deep underground. Only the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber can carry it, slipping past air defenses to deliver its payload with pinpoint GPS accuracy. The MOP's hardened steel casing and smart fuse allow it to count layers and detonate at the perfect depth. Multiple bombs may be needed, each hitting the same spot to reach Fordow's core. The MOP is a technological answer to a geological problem, a last resort weapon for the world's hardest targets. Its existence sends a clear message: nowhere is truly safe, yet even this superbomb is not a guaranteed solution. Fordow's depth and defenses test the very limits of American military power. A GBU-57 strike is a feat of precision and power. Released from high altitude, the bomb's GPS guides it to the exact coordinates, maximizing its impact. Its dense, dart-like design lets it burrow through earth and concrete, not exploding on impact, but tunneling deep underground. The smart fuse tracks each layer, detonating the warhead only when it reaches the target chamber. The resulting underground explosion creates a shockwave, collapsing tunnels and crushing centrifuges. The goal, not just damage but total obliteration, turning a mountain fortress into a tomb. This is the brutal logic of modern bunker-busting warfare, but even this symphony of destruction may not guarantee Fordow's end. Israel, despite its advanced air force, faces a hard limit. Its bunker busters, like the GBU-28, can't reach Fordow's depths. These bombs, powerful but smaller, are designed for shallower targets, not a facility buried under 300 feet of mountain. Israeli jets can crater entrances and destroy surface defenses, but the main enrichment holes would remain untouched. A failed strike risks massive retaliation without neutralizing the threat. This technological gap forces Israel to rely on covert operations, cyber attacks, and sabotage to slow Iran's program. Israel's public pressure on the US reflects this reality. Only Washington holds the key to Fordow's vault. The fortress remains immune to all but the most extreme American weaponry. For Israel, Fordow is the ultimate unsolvable challenge. Even with the formidable GBU-57, a US airstrike on Fordow is a high-stakes gamble with consequences that could ripple across the globe. The Fordow facility is buried deep beneath a mountain, protected by layers of reinforced concrete and rock, making it one of the most challenging military targets in the world. There's no guarantee of success. Fordow's true resilience is unknown, and even a direct hit might only partially cripple Iran's nuclear program. A failed or incomplete strike could leave the facility damaged but still operational, fueling Iran's resolve to rebuild and accelerate its efforts in secret, while hardening its stance against the West. Retaliation would likely be swift and multifaceted. Iran could launch missile strikes on US bases, target Israel and Saudi Arabia, and disrupt vital oil flows, plunging the entire region into chaos and sending shockwaves through the global economy. Proxy militias across the Middle East, from Lebanon to Iraq and Syria, could ignite a wider conflict, opening new fronts and dragging neighboring countries into a spiral of violence. Diplomatically, a strike would shatter international consensus, likely kill the Iran nuclear deal for good, and push Iran to expel inspectors racing for a bomb in secret. The fragile trust built over years of negotiation would evaporate overnight, isolating the US and its allies. The environmental cost could be severe. Explosions at a nuclear site might release toxic, radioactive materials, contaminating the land and water, and endangering nearby populations for generations. The fallout, political, military, and humanitarian, would be staggering. Waves of refugees could flee the violence, while governments scrambled to respond to a rapidly escalating crisis. For US presidents, ordering a strike on Fordow is the ultimate last resort, a decision weighed with the knowledge that it could reshape the Middle East for decades to come. The risks are so high, the option remains almost unthinkable. The potential for unintended consequences and uncontrollable escalation haunts every discussion. Fordow's very existence paralyzes even the world's most powerful military, serving as a stark reminder of the limits of force in a world of nuclear brinkmanship. With direct strikes so risky, the US and Israel have turned to shadow warfare, non-kinetic attacks that disrupt Iran's nuclear program from within. Cyber sabotage is a key weapon. Manipulating the facility's computers can cause centrifuges to self-destruct, all while operators see nothing amiss. disrupting supply chains, cutting power, sabotaging shipments, can halt operations without a single bomb dropped. These attacks are hard to trace, offering plausible deniability. Covert ground raids, though risky, can target external systems like power lines or ventilation, buying time without all-out war. Shadow warfare is about delay and disruption, not destruction. In the battle for Fordow, subtlety often trumps brute force. Non-kinetic attacks aren't theory, they've worked before. The Stuxnet worm, likely a US-Israeli creation, crippled Iran's Natanz facility by making centrifuges self-destruct while hiding the sabotage from operators. Stuxnet set Iran's program back by months, all without a single airstrike. Physical sabotage has also struck. Mysterious explosions and power outages at Natanz have been linked to covert operations, destroying critical infrastructure. These attacks sow confusion, force Iran to divert resources, and slow progress. While not permanent solutions, they buy valuable time. Persistent disruption keeps Iran's nuclear ambitions in check. In the high-stakes game of non-proliferation, sabotage is a powerful tool. As of June 2025, Fordow stands as a monument to the limits of military power. Its depth, defenses, and the risk of catastrophic escalation have created a dangerous stalemate. The US could theoretically destroy it, but the risks, failure, war, environmental disaster, are almost prohibitive. Iran's centrifuges spin on, with breakout time now measured in days. Covert sabotage can delay, but not decisively destroy, a facility this hardened. Ground raids are high risk and offer only temporary setbacks. Fordow's invulnerability forces the world back to diplomacy, however frustrating. The clock ticks, the mountain endures, and the world waits, hoping for a solution before the stalemate shatters.